I'm going to make gnocchi alla romana, and gnocchi alla romana are gnocchi made with semolina instead of potato, so they're actually quite a light gnocchi. I use coarse semolina. I prefer to the very fine one. So this is a recipe for 4 to 5 people. I have 250 grams of semolina. I've got some breadcrumbs, 100 grams of parmigiano, 3 organic eggs, 100 grams of butter. And these gnocchi, I'm going to show you 3 different ways. I'm going to have one lot with pumpkin, and one lot with spinach, and one just plain. So what I have done is I've used a butternut pumpkin and I've baked it in the oven so that it's beautifully soft and a lot of the water has evaporated. And I've done the same with spinach. So I've got a whole lot of spinach here that I have also steamed and got rid of all the water, which is quite important. So you need also 1 liter of milk and half a liter of water. What I've done is I have actually already boiled the milk, so it's very, very hot. And then you take the semolina and you have to let it fall down like a rain, come una pioggia, very slowly while you whisk like this. It's done now. And I will show you. You see how it's nice and thick? It's like the consistency of mashed potatoes, really. So what you'll do is you'll put 2 egg yolks in here and keep the egg whites because you always can use it for something else. So you put 1, you whisk, 2, and then 1 whole egg. And you whisk it very vigorously. You add salt and pepper. Oh, where is it? Pepper is here. I was going to use breadcrumbs. Pepper and salt. So because I'm doing the 3 different flavors, I'm going to divide it into 3 dishes. Also need some parmigiano, and you put about half the amount of parmigiano in, which will be about 50 grams. The rest you will use for the decoration. So you put a little bit in this, a little bit in this, and the rest you keep. Okay? So what I do is I use this amazing gnocchi maker. I used maybe not quite half a butternut pumpkin. So you mix this all in very well like this. Then you do the same with the spinach. You put the spinach in this lot. You have to use a different spoon, otherwise you have rainbow colored. And then you have to clear the table because we're going to lay it all out and then cut it out. So I will show you what's going to happen now. Now this is the third, so this is the pumpkin one. So I'm putting them straight on the marble top. I've got this beautiful marble top, so you don't need to put anything underneath it. If you don't have a marble top, you can put greaseproof paper and then just spread the polenta. You spread the semolina mixture on top. You make it sort of reasonably even and maybe about 1 centimeter thickness. And what's going to happen now, I'm going to let it become cool. And then once it's cold, I'm going to cut it out and then put it in a dish and then in the oven. So you will see it's just a very beautiful festive dish. Now the gnocchi have been cooling on my table, and the reason you do that is that they become quite firm. So you see, it's really wonderful. Then it makes it very, very easy to cut. What I'm doing is I have this cookie cutter, and I'm going to cut little circles like that, and then put them in my oven-proof dish, which I have buttered. So I'm going to lay them out like scales all around. First the plain one, the white one, then I'm going to do the pumpkin one in the middle, and right in the center I'm going to do the green one. So it'll look very, very beautiful. So down to the last one, the spinach. I've made a little bit too much, but it doesn't matter. You just put it in a small dish and have it maybe tomorrow for lunch or as a little entree. So it looks pretty, doesn't it? I'm going to put some parmesan all around like that. And if you have a little bit left over, you just serve it together with the dish at the table. And then the breadcrumbs. You use about 2 big heaped tablespoons of breadcrumbs over like this. And then the butter. And you just do little dots all around. It seems like a lot of butter, but it's just wonderful because it will crisp it all up. Now, as a last thing is what I love to have as a herb. I love sage. I think that goes really, really beautiful with the gnocchi. So I'll just quickly run out into the vegetable garden and bring some sage. Here I am. So a nice big bunch of sage, and I'll just roughly chop it and then just sprinkle it on like this. And now this will go into a preheated oven, and the oven is 200. It goes in for about 15 minutes, and just have a look. It really needs to just crust up, become crunchy, because the gnocchi have already cooked. The semolina has already cooked. So you put it in the oven. The gnocchi have been in about 15-20 minutes, so let's have a look. Ui! Smells wonderful. Here we are. Gnocchi alla romana in 3 colors. And you can have it as a main course. You can eat it with a beautiful mixed salad, some crunchy bread, and that's a really, really wonderful meal. So buon appetito!